Maseches Nedarim daf ayin aleph. The Mishnah says the halacha that if Isha was nodra, arus and iskarsha b'yoyim, this arus b'yoyim afilu meya aviu baila achron meifer nedarim. The father and the last arus could be made for the Nedarim, and the Gemara learns out from a pasuk that arus achron could be made for the Nedarim that were made before he was in his arus and at the time of the first arus. The achronim asked, that's very hard to understand. Why do you need a pasuk to tell us that aviu baila achron meifer nedarim? The halacha is that arus is meifer b'koidmin, could be meifer nedarim that were made before the Isha came into his reshus. So if that's the case, why do you need a specific pasuk that the Av and the arus achron can be made for the Nedarim? What's the specific chidush over here that the arus achron can be made for the Nedarim the same way the arus rishon can be made for the Nedarim that were made before the Isha came into his reshus? Who did the arus achron should be the same way. I the Sefer Ian Talmud that says the answer to this question is that halacha is that arus is meifer b'koidmin, is that he takes over the koyach that the father has and is bimkoyim the father to meifer nedarim, and now at the time of erusin the father and the arus is meifer nedarim. However, over here when the nedarim were made by the first arus, so that the father was meifer, is because he's b'makim the first arus, and he takes over the koyach that the first arus had, shutfus of the father. So therefore, since the koyach that the father has only that he took over the koyach that the first arus has, so therefore you would think that the arus achron can't take over the koyach that the father had. It wasn't the father's own koyach, rather he got the shutfus in the Nedarim from the arus rishon. And he brings a raya from the fact that the Ran says further that the arus achron can be made for even Nedarim that a miklish kolish, and the Ran explains the reason why the arus achron could be made for Nedarim miklish kolish. You don't say it's like a father that can't be zeich in Nedarim the miklish kolish, because the arus is different than the father, and the arus achron is karye the rishon who's. So you see that the Geder that arus achron is made for Nedarim is he's been koyim the arus rishon. So therefore you would think that in a situation that he's getting from the father and the father only got from the arus rishon, you would think that he can't make for the Nedarim. V'ayin sham oid v'ayin Mishnah Zerbaran is married in his kasha as well. V'ayin sham. Moving further on, the Gemara says the dilma hani mili that arus achron's made for the Nedarim was only the Nedarim that were not near to arus rishon. However, the Nedarim that were near to arus rishon, the arus rishon heard about, you might think that the arus achron can't be made for the Nedarim. And the Ran has two pshatim. According to this havamina, that the Nedarim that near the arus rishon, the arus achron doesn't have a koyach. And according to the first pshat in the Ran, therefore, since the arus achron doesn't have a koyach in these Nedarim that was near the arus rishon, so therefore the father's meifer l'chudei. However, according to the second shot in the Ran, since the arus achron can't be made for the Nedarim that were near the arus rishon, so therefore there's no hafar of dinis Nedarim, because b'makim arus, the father himself can't be made for the Nedarim. Ayin Shurim from Rav Ezri, from Rav Pshach, and similar from Asher L'Shloim at the beginning of the Perek, that say that the two stadim this Ran is totally in the tremendous chakira and the iki yisoid of the Geder, of the shutfus, that the father and the arus has by a forest Nedarim, and that there'll be a ubayla meifer nedarim by Nayim Rosso. There is a tremendous chakira in the Geder of that the father and the husband is meifer nedarim is the pshat that is yitziyah from the reshus of the father at the time of erusin b'miktsas, and therefore the father only has a miktsas chus in the daughter's nedarim, and therefore only b'shutfus of the arus could the father be meifer nedarim. Or the bir hadvarim is that b'yisoidoi the daughter didn't leave the father's reshus b'chlal for other halachas a daughter leaves the father's rishus only at the time of nesuin and not at the time of erusin, and that aviu ba'alam fi'in dereho. The Geder is that the Torah was mezakeh the arus to be meifer Nedarim, and that the arus has a schus to meifer Nedarim is guf megareya, the koyach for the father to meifer Nedarim by himself. So according to first Mahalach, at the time of Erusin, there's Yitziyah from the Rishus of the father, and according to second Mahalach, there's no Yitziyah at the Rishus of the father, that the father loses out, and he can't be meifer Nedarim by himself is because of the koyach that the arus has. So Pshach says that's Gufa told in two pshat in the Ran, according to the first pshat in the Ran over here, since arus achron doesn't have a koyach, so therefore the father can meifer by himself. The first pshat's going that the daughter is still in the rishus of the father, and as long as there's no koyach of arus achron, therefore the father can meifer himself. However, according to the second pshat in the Ran, there is a yitziyah from the rishus of the father, how much the daughter is in the rishus of arus, and if the arus doesn't have a koyach, the father can't be meifer by himself. So Pshach says that's totally in this chakir and machlokes Rambam and Rabbeinu Yechiel, which you mentioned Shir El and Daf Yud Ches, that are Nedarim that are not beinay leveino and not ini nefesh, that the husband can't be meifer, but that's a Rambam, the father could be meifer. Says machlokes Rambam and Rabbeinu Yechiel, if after the misa the arus the father could be meifer himself. And the beer of the machlokes is totally in this chakir, because if there's a yitziyah from the rishus of the father, so therefore the father can't be meifer himself. However, if that the father can't be meifer is because of the schus of the arus, so how much the arus doesn't have a schus on Nedarim that not beinay leveino in nefesh, therefore the father can be made for himself. Ayin shamoit. Moving further on, the Gemara declares a shaylo iboyluhu gershin kishtika damyo hakoma damyo, and nafkamina is if she made a neder and the husband heard her neder and divorced her and returned her on the same day. If he learns hakoma, so he can't be made for. However, it's only like a shtika, since he returned her and married her again, he could be meifer. And the Ran says that if he would have been mekadosh her on a different day, since it was over Yom Shamay of the original neder, so therefore it's pashut that he can't be meifer for her, because even if it's a shtika, since it's not anymore Yom Shamay, he can't be made for the neder. The Rishash asks, what's the understanding in the Ran? Why is the shtika after the gerushin considered a hakoma? That shtika b'yom shoma is considered a hakoma. He can't be made for the neder is because it's like a hakoma, like it's enforced in the pasuk. So if someone is megarish his wife and makes a hakoma after he's megarish his wife, it definitely is not considered a hakoma. So what did if he's megarish his wife and it's over Yom Shomoy, that's over Yom Shomoy after he divorces his wife, it's not a koma b'chlal. Aina fika yam, that asks further on the Ran, from that it's more in the Ran on the ayin tes, that after shtika Yom Shomoy one can't be made for another, is because since it was over Yom Shomoy and he wasn't made for the neder, so therefore it's a raya that he has a mind to mekayim it. So you see clearly that the Geder and shtika Yom Shomoy is like a hakoma. So over here, if after the gerushin is a shtika Yom Shomoy, how does it pass hakoma b'chlal since he's divorced and she's not anymore in his rishus? So that fikiyam proves from many other rayas that there's two independent halachas in the Geder of shtika Yom Shomoy. There's one halacha in shtika Yom Shomoy that the zman that the Torah gave a husband to be made for the Nedarim is only on Yom Shomoy, and after Yom Shomoy you lose Yischus Hafara. But besides for that halacha that you lose Yischus Hafara, since you weren't meifer at the time of Yom Shomoy, it's a raya that you nicha for the neder, and it has a status of hakoma as well. So there's two independent dinim in shtika Yom Shomoy. One is that you lose Yischus Hafara, and one is that it's considered hakoma. So the Fikiyam says over here, although it's not considered akoma because he's not married anymore, nevertheless, you lose his chus hafara. And the Fikiyam says there's a tremendous nafkamina according to its mvur in the Amor B'Shem HaMarik that if someone is mekayim the neder of his wife, he can't be shoyal on the neder afterwards, and that's specifically akoma, not by shtika b'yam shomoy. So the Fikiyam says that if you have a shtika b'yam shomoy that's considered like akoma, then you can't be shoyal. However, a shtika b'yam shomoy, like in our sugya that are married, the end of shtika b'yam shomoy, you just lose the schus hafora, but it's not considered akoma, and then you could be shoyal on the neder after the yom shomoy. Ein Mishas Ibaran. That's madche the raya from our sugi that the Geder of shtika b'yam shomoy is you lose your schus hafara, and he says the Odim could say shtika is considered akoma, but the Geder is that when it's over the yom shomoy, kol rega v'rega of the shtika yom shomoy is considered akoma. And therefore, since he's megarish his wife, so therefore even the shtika b'boik is considered akama, and it's mahani because the beginning of the day has also had a Geder of shtika b'yam shomoy over ayin shom.